Hey, it's Andrew. Welcome to Beat Therapy. Let's talk about computer voices.
Okay.
Now, I wanted to explore some of the ways in which we've represented robot speech and computer speech through film and TV.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Wow.
And also through video games culture.
Personality subroutine activated.
Hi! This is big, huh?
You'll be perfect.
And I wanted to have a look at the technology behind making some of these voices as well.
You can sound like a monster
Or
some kind of little elf up here if you want.
These early robot voice effects are made using a range of production techniques including phasers and flanging effects, as well as ring modulation. Ring modulation is possibly the main ingredient for these particular robots.
Extermination!
Exterminate them!
And it also features pretty heavily in a little 1970s movie. You might have seen it. It features some robots as well.
We're passing through the magnetic field. I copy, Gold Leader. Put your deflectors on, double front.
I copy, Gold Leader. Move into position.
You're a feisty little one.
First up, ring modulator. There's a free one called Killer Ringer. I will link to it in the description so you can have a go of this yourself. If we turn that on,
we're going to get some effects a little bit like this. Rule number one for these sort of things is less is more to begin with. And you'll find that by tweaking this, you'll get all kinds of cool effects. Have you seen Venture Brothers? You know the robot helper in Venture Brothers?
I'm not playing games here.
Definitely. Yeah, anyway.
to do the Dalek voice in this, I think they use a little bit of distortion and possibly some flanging effects. So if we turn those on, gonna sound a little bit like this, and then we'll throw the ring modulation back into the mix.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Kind of. That's close, right? If this came with a... Hang on.
If this actually came with a Dalek preset, I'd be disappointed because half the fun and half the learning happens just by experimenting. Next!
No coding. So,
This is just FL Studios Vocoders. Is that annoying?
Kind of it's a bit annoying, right? Okay. Yeah, vocoders work by combining the frequency characteristics of one signal with the amplification and volume characteristics of another signal. So you can have a synth going in one channel and your voice in the other channel, and you will speak with that synth as your voice effectively.
Where are we?
Better, faster, stronger.
intergalactic, planetary, etc.
The next batch of effects I wanted to talk about were pitch automation effects. And they include things like auto-tune and melodyne and their FL equivalents, which are pitcher and new tone. So with pitcher, we can turn that on and straight away, do you believe in lunch after brunch? It's pretty cool. You choose which notes get turned on and which notes cannot be hit. Don't forget, there's also, you can play with formats over here as well. You can sound like a monster or some kind of little elf up here if you want. And that's fun.
I've been playing around with these kinds of voice effects for a few years now, but I'm still fascinated by the way, like the musicality of speech, the way certain notes can impart an additional layer of meaning. So we've got things like the standard professional newsreader's voice, and also there's those automated ticket machines who have this sort of corporate friendly tone in the notes that they hit. And there are ways of playing with notes and timing to take a perfectly benign sentence and make it somehow a lot darker. It's fascinating. I don't know how to do this consciously really, but you know when something sounds creepy just from the notes.
All persons are encouraged to express their individuality. Embrace the spirit of the festival. For a list of authorized ways to express your individuality, please refer to your self-expression handbook, or just copy someone else.
Is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
You're being very aggressive, Jerry. Perhaps tomorrow Dr. Scraps will solve that problem with a bit of surgery.
One thing to bear in mind is that although the effects and the hardware and software to make these voices is all very clever and important, the character for these robots wouldn't really be there if it weren't for both good writing and good voice acting at the start as well. So yeah, imagine...
Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Yeah, nah, sorry Dave.
Can't help you, mate.
Of course, you can use any of these effects in combination and design with a bit more time invested, a thoroughly convincing new robot character, which is kind of what I'm doing for Speaking Simulator. I've been using a lot of the new tone, Melodyne effects, but also it relies heavily on character as well. So I've had to get into the head of this robot and figure out how he should sound and what his character is. And we're still figuring out the story, but I think, yeah, his a well-intentioned idiot is kind of the character that I'm running with.
Yes, I must confess that as a warm-blooded human being, I find you quite attractive. Yes.
Yeah, the premise of the game is you get to play the part of a robot trying to blend into human society, navigating a whole bunch of awkward conversations and controlling, or trying to control, the speech mechanic. I tried making a video the other day to catch you guys up on everything that's happened since my last video. I'm kind of gonna miss this place, but kind of not. Hey, it's Andrew, welcome to Beat Therapy. A lot has happened. I moved. I made some more music.
Let's play some music. Press the button.
You may have seen I got excited by Metapop and made a bunch of tracks for those guys. There was the one that I did with the ambient leaf blower music. Another one that I did for a hip hop mobile remix. Another one that I did for a mobile techno mix, and the brief for that was make a track on your mobile phone in the genre of techno, and there was a copy of Native Instruments Complete up for grabs, which I won, and it just arrived today, so I'm super excited about that. I can't begin to tell you how... Oh my goodness. What do I have? No way. Other things that have happened is I've landed a new game contract. So I'm working with these guys from Affable, Jed and Jordan. They are amazing. And
I imagine that the sound design must have been particularly important for this sort of game.
I'm heading down to Melbourne next week for GCAP and PAX as part of Melbourne International Games Week. So hopefully I'm going to run into some people who may have seen this video. Come say hi if you see me down there. That'd be cool. I'm going to be awkwardly walking around with my camera, trying to do YouTube videos, and I'll be doing a few live streams potentially on Instagram, if Instagram works for me. Cool. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you later.